Yeah. What's happening, man? This is the Showdown. We are back. We are back. We never left, but we're back with the Showdown now and not the off season because the off season is over. It's past us, and now it's time for the Showdown. As we move into the season, it's getting serious. It's getting real. A whole lot of stuff is happening that's going to affect the season. Draft days are all around the place. Everybody's drafting every week here. From here until the season starts, there's at least one draft every week. So
Yep.
fantasy football season is amongst us.
Mm.
And therefore, that means it's time for the showdown. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson, and these are the nasty boys, Big Ed and Ways. What's up, fellas?
What up? What up?
That's good.
What's good? What up, though? Yo, we want to thank y'all for tuning in to the What Up Though Show Network. We put on a lot of shows here, so make sure you subscribe and like what you see if you like what you see. Hello there. Waves, what you got on tap for us today, big dog?
All right, so we not only got some fantasy football stuff to discuss, as usual when it comes to the showdown, but this week we got quite a few topics to go over, and these are some of the more. We're going to start the show off right away with the most important one. Once we go ahead and take our ceremonial shot, or in
Ceremonial.
my case, a
Big
swig.
up to my boy Johnny the Mechanic. Happy birthday to you. Just do that.
Cheers.
Ow!
So we're going to start this off with the inevitable
Yeah.
conversation: the NFL versus the NFL's running backs, and the way they are lowballing the hell out of the
Ooh.
league.
You know, it has to come to a head eventually. I mean, I know we do save the whales. It's time to save the running backs.
Mhm.
You know what? I know they all. It's to the point of cliche. The quarterback is the most important position. Blah 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 blah. I think it's not. I see things a little differently. And this was a sticking point between me and Johnny the Mechanic and our philosophies on building a team. Um, I think the quarterback is the most valuable position, but
Mhm.
not the most important.
No.
Here's the difference. If you have a $10 million diamond, it's probably the most valuable thing you have, is your most valuable possession. You know what's more important than that $10 million diamond?
Mm.
The security system you put in place to protect it,
Oh,
or you will lose your $10 million diamond. So if you want to protect your most valuable asset, you better put some offensive linemen up front to protect him. And to me, offensive line is more important than quarterback because of that reason.
I agree.
It makes everything better. It makes everybody better. It makes your running game better, which keeps your defense on the field, keep your defense fresher, so they play fewer plays, they get better. Your quarterback is better because he's protected. It just makes every offensive line makes everybody better. So to me, the offensive line is the most important, most important positions on the field. It's the most important unit in football. To me,
I
that's
agree.
Well,
that's my philosophy.
I was always taught football starts in the trenches.
It
Mhm.
always starts in the trenches.
So
Got a line to protect you. You don't have an offense. Plain and simple. Your receivers don't have time to get open. They don't have time to get their routes. Your quarterback definitely doesn't have time to scan the field to be able to see what receivers could be open. And your running back has nowhere to go.
Who's better, Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders?
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith.
So most people say Barry Sanders, and I say Emmitt Smith because of his line. Emmitt Smith has more yards because he had the better line.
Nate Newton in them.
Guess
Them
what?
were some beasts.
In other words, what you're saying is an offensive line will make a good player a great player, and a great player the greatest of all times. That's the difference that an offensive line can make for a player and behind that line. So that's to me. But that said, my favorite, I actually running back is actually my favorite position. It's my favorite position. I'd rather watch a good run than anything, than a good pass.
Yeah.
I like run after catch better than better than the throw and catch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some great catches. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some great catches. I love big hits, but big hits and big runs to me is the two of the best highlights in football for me.
I love big hits that come off of big runs. Big running backs that hit.
Yeah, for a big running back. Yeah, absolutely.
I like bullies. I ain't gonna lie. When it comes to football, I like a good bully. Derrick
Yeah,
Henry.
unless they act like broads, because then those are Broad Street bullies. That's different.
We'll get to that later.
But I came up in the era where you had to be able to run the ball in order to even pass the ball. You had to have a good running game to make your passing game good.
And then that flipped because now they say the passing game opens up the running game. So they flipped that, and that's how the devaluation of the running back started. And now it's a running back by committee league now.
Yeah.
You either go running back by committee or you go running backs that can catch. That's a multi-purpose running backs. That's the new running back now.
Right.
And that's it's cool, but I just hate that they're being devalued to the point that they're. Why do you want to be a running back now?
Yeah. Now it's messing with the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Derrick Henry had put it the best when he said that at this point it's just take the running back position completely out of the game.
And what's sad is that they run the highest risk on the field,
Mm-hmm.
and because of their risk is the reason why they're being devalued because they won't last as long, blah blah blah. So you don't want to pay them because they don't last as long. They're taking too many hits. They take the highest risk. But at the same time, on the side, when we talk about NFL player safety, you would think that the player with the highest risk should get the highest reward.
Exactly.
So he should make more because his time is limited to make money. He should be able to make more money in a short time frame. And it goes back to a conversation we talked about earlier when I said, why do people criticize you picking running backs early when you're getting the most out of your running backs early?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right? So, I mean, it makes sense to pick running backs early when you think about it that way. It's like because when it comes down to it, that's the highest value you're getting out of them when they're young, when they're fresh,
Yeah.
their first 3 years on an
That
average.
I don't want to bring this up now, but I got to because it fits in this conversation. Rookie Bijan Robinson set to be the highest paid running back this year as a rookie.
Well, I heard a stat that was shocking to me. I heard it earlier today, and it shocked me. I was shocked. The average pay for a running back is, I think, like 1.4, 1.8 million.
Wow.
The average pay for a place kicker is 2.3. So on it, so the average
Wow.
pay for kickers is higher than the average pay for running backs. How is that?
Yeah, that makes no sense. Kickers can't even get hit.
When you put that in the pot, yes, there's fewer kickers. Very few teams have two kickers. There's fewer kickers in the league. I don't even think any team carry two kickers anymore, if any. Very few, if any. So there's fewer kickers out there. So the number is a little skewed, but it should even skewed. It's an insult
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
that kickers are making more than running backs on as far as average salary across the league. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's an insult. That is an insult. That to me says running backs are not getting any respect in in this league, and that's I don't know. But what can you do? You
Yeah.
can't really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they gonna spend their money where they want to spend their money.
Yep.
And now you got some teams that really depend on that running back. They are looking like if they don't get their shit together by the start of this season, they ain't gonna have a running back that's gonna be able to get that job done. They're gonna have to worry or use those backups, and those backups are not those surefire. You got Josh Jacobs and Saquon Barkley both not attending training camp right now. And if a deal's not made by the beginning of the season, yeah, they're going to take a hit in their own personal checks, their own money, but not as big as a hit as that team's going to take on their playoff hopes.
Right. And Melvin made a great point. Big ups to Melvin, the God. Melvin made a great point early when he said, "How do you justify paying Daniel Jones all that freaking money and not pay Saquon?"
Right.
Well,
Saquon made Daniel Jones.
Do
Daniel
you
Jones,
realize how much Daniel
quarterback.
Jones is going to suffer without Saquon?
Yeah, Daniel Jones is mediocre at best. You got Saquon carried that team.
Saquon is an elite running back. You're talking about an elite running back versus a so-so quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's the name of the game today, though. That's where it's at. That's where it is. That is the name of the game. It's the quarterbacks league right now.
There's another name that could be a problem as far as running backs go. Come start of the season, they are expected to participate in training camp, but Tony Pollard is one of those names as well, looking for that long-term contract. That
I
Yeah,
has
think he signed his tender though, right?
he signed his franchise tender, so he's playing this year.
okay, good.
Yeah, the difference between him, Jacobs and Barkley, Jacobs and Barkley didn't sign their tender.
Yeah.
So and they
Right.
said
You know what? Another difference is that they're more established.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pollard's always been behind Ezekiel, so this is kind of like his coming out party. Whereas, just like the SWV, but just like Acorn, they came out a long time ago.
You know, I didn't even think about that. Pollard has always had that opportunity to shine because he's being put into comparison to a running back at that time who's getting 1 to 2 yards per carry. So, yeah, of course, he's going to look really good. He's the spiffy new thing in Dallas. But now
But
it's time for him to really step up, and it's time to see if he's able to really keep that going.
I would be careful. Be careful if I was him because and Ezekiel is just another one of those victims. Jerry Jones has been brutal to running backs over. He's been known to be brutal to
since
running
since Tony Dorsett and Herschel Walker.
run you into the ground and then send you packing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, now you're not worth it anymore because I mean, what was the guy he had before he picked Zeke? I can't think of the guy's name, but damn, he ran that motherfucker like 425 rushes in the season, and
Wasn't it
then
Barber?
let him go. Nope, it was. I'll know the name if I hear it, but it'll come back to me. It'll come to me. I'm sorry, folks.
Oh, you're talking about Marion Barber.
I
Yeah,
smoked.
Marion Barber.
No, I'm not. I smoked a lot of weed in my life. My memory is not what it used to be. So, I'm in my age, in my latter years, I tend to forget stuff. This is my second time tonight. I lost a name, but it is what it is.
And wasn't the name you looking for Mario Williams?
No. Oh yes, yes. Before the last time, yes, in the previous show,
I just
I was
thought
thinking
it just popped to me.
Mario Williams was the guy that was picked over Reggie Bush. Yes. Thank you. I forgot what name I was looking for. I forgot Mario.
I wish I could remember that running back's name, but it's not.
It's gonna come to me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull a big head and Google it while y'all go on. Move on.
But and after all this, it came out that Austin Eckler was looking for a possible trade this past offseason so that he can be put in a position where he can make the choice on how he's paid, essentially. And it was the Chargers that stepped up and paid him right to keep him, but he was definitely putting the feelers out there to say, if you're not going to pay me right, someone else will, type situation. And he had one of the better seasons last year of all running backs.
Marco Murray.
DeMarco Murray.
Oh yeah, how did I forget his name?
Ran that boy into the ground.
Ran his ass into the ground and then hung him out to dry.
And he started off really good, and I'm pretty sure if they balanced that,
he had a monster season. He
great.
had 2 monster seasons. But that last one he played with that, he was a monster. But they ran him like over 400 times, like 420 something times. He got over 400 carries. He had the most carries in the league.
They took
for like 2-3 years in a row.
Yeah,
they
they
hung him out to dry.
that man's life. That's what that did.
Like you'd have ran too many times. Now you got to go. We can't resign you. We're gonna go another direction.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. He was out of there.
It's gonna be interesting to see where this goes because
see, I told you I would know it when I hear it, folks.
it'd be interesting to see where this goes because it's not just the running backs that are looking to be paid properly and what they're actually worth, but all running backs are on board saying that the NFL's messed up for the way they're not showing love for the running backs currently. So it's not just a couple running backs. You got the entire fucking league.
Well, of course, everybody. It's real obvious, though. I mean, it's real obvious, man. So, I mean, what else you got, man? We beat up the running backs.
All right, so
we get the point.
The other talk of the town, D-Hop signed with the Titans.
That's anticlimactic. Extremely anticlimactic. In the end, he just went for the money, huh?
That's fair, yeah. Because whether they really don't got anything other than Derrick Henry, right?
It makes no sense whatsoever from a football standpoint. Thought nobody want to go to a contender. Okay, you wanted to contend for third place,
right?
Yeah, basically.
I knew that story had to be false. That he wanted to go to a contender when the top 2 teams were on his list were the Patriots and the Titans. Those were the top 2 teams that they've been talking about getting him.
I didn't even hear the Titans until they got him.
Yeah, they like there was talk like a couple hours before the Titans.
I heard Patriots. I heard Miami. I heard other teams. Baltimore. I heard all these other teams. I never heard the Titans. And then just out the blue, it was Titans. Yeah. I was like, wow, that hit me out of nowhere.
It came out like a day before he actually signed the contract that the Titans were one of the teams that was looking at him. And then the next day, all you know is we're seeing that D-Hop is going to the Titans.
I got a message. I just want to throw a quick shout out one more time to my boy Johnny the Mechanic, who celebrated his 110th birthday today. I've been trying to get him to come out golfing with me, and he been making up excuses talking about my clubs and the cleaners, and he got all these excuses why he won't come out. Well, I got something for you that should make you feel comfortable. You can come out and golf. If you come out and play, I'll let you play with this pink golf ball that I found. That'll make you feel right at home. It'll make you feel like you're playing with Acorn.
Oh, wow.
I know it was random. I just happened to see the pink golf ball.
All right. So there's some free agency developments going on here now. 2 of the top ones that I've heard, both dealing with the Patriots, is the Patriots are currently the front runners to get Julio Jones and Dalvin Cook.
Who?
I've heard about Julio. I didn't hear about Dalvin.
Yeah, this just came out about, I want to say maybe 6 hours ago. Dalvin Cook, it's looking like the Patriots are the front runners to land Dalvin Cook.
But why though? They should have been. They should have been the front runners to land DeAndre Hopkins. That's who they need.
I agree.
They
I
need
don't,
Hopkins. They don't need Cook.
I don't see a need for Cook. They got Ramondre Stevens.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess I get it. Running back by committee,
Yeah,
but they could have used a receiver. They could have used a receiver. D Hop. That would have been a really good spot for D Hop to me.
but as far as receivers go, though, there's still Jarvis Landry and Julio Jones out there. Julio Jones looking to be a front runner. It's okay. He hasn't shown anything the last couple seasons that's impressive.
Yeah, he's past his prime.
The same with Jarvis Landry. So it's slim pickings at wide receiver right now for them. D Hop was their option.
D Hop was the one. That was the one. They should have just went on and put all the money up front and said, "Come on, D Hop.
Yeah.
Hop your ass to New England. D, hop your ass to Boston." But now he's hopping his ass to Tennessee. Big Ed's Googling something. I don't know what, but he ain't paying attention to us right now.
No, yeah. I was looking at the Julio Jones stories.
See? I told you he was Googling something. He think we don't know. He think we just be guessing when we start calling him out for it. He goes into his little zone.
Yeah.
We talking about something else. Then he come out, oh no, peanut butter. I was listening.
He's peanut butter. All right, so let's talk some rookie stuff.
Rookie stuff.
Well, first of all, training camp started today. You got the Bills, Chargers, Chiefs, Dolphins, Falcons, 49ers, Giants, Ravens, and Saints.
49ers.
All of them started their training camp today.
Right.
Which means you got Bijan out there today amongst them. Quentin Johnston out there with the Chargers.
I'm liking Quentin Johnston.
And that kid's looking special. I'm excited to see what his season looks like. Other than that, I got a question about Jahmyr Gibbs for you guys.
Okay.
Do you think he is primed and looking to be ready to be a major part of this offense? The Lions offense.
Wait a minute. What was the question?
Do you think Jahmyr Gibbs is looking primed and ready to be a major part of the Lions offense?
From what I'm hearing, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. They are saying that they don't consider him a running back; they consider him a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to be a big part of the running game / passing game. I think the guy that was really slated to be a big part of their offense is Jameson Williams. And unfortunately, he's going to be MIA for 6 weeks. And I think that's going to give Jahmyr Gibbs time to shine. So, yeah, I think he's going to be a major part of that offense. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I can see it, and from what I've heard, is he's looking like he's going to be more than just a weapon and probably one of the primary weapons this coming season. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I think Jared Goff is best in a short to mid range game. Not really the long ball. The long ball is his weakness, but you really maximize his abilities when you go short to mid range, which bodes well for tight ends and running backs. So,
Right.
which is why I actually expect big things out of Laporta as well.
Mm-hmm.
The tight end they picked up. I think Laporta is going to have a really good season on a scale of other tight ends in the league, because I think tight ends and running backs are going to can really excel in the system that Bob Johnson is setting up for to maximize the greatness, so to speak, of Jared Goff. His strength, maximizing his strengths.
Which is fair and smart. Now, there has been talk about Anthony Richardson. It's kind of 50-50 coming out of everything I've heard on whether or not he's looking like he'll be starting at all this coming season.
Really?
No, it looks like Gardner Minshew is going to be starting.
Really?
I've heard.
I've heard a couple reports that actually compare Anthony Richardson to the aforementioned Jamarcus Russell.
Ooh.
I wouldn't go that deep.
I'm not going that deep either.
I ain't going that deep. He ain't pushing 300.
I'm just saying.
Now, Jamarcus Russell was too far out of shape, but boy, he ain't out of shape. He ain't no roly poly out there, man. He's in great shape. So, no, Jamarcus Russell didn't have the work ethic. It's one thing to not have the ability. It's one thing to not be able to do all the things we need you to do. It's another thing to not try. It's another thing to not try, not take care of yourself. Just come out there out of shape and come on, man. You ain't even putting forth effort to be great.
I'm withholding my judgment on Anthony Richardson until
Me too.
probably the second week after. The second
I'm
week.
holding judgment on him till year 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real. It's such an internet world now that we expect everything microwave. We got a microwave attitude now. Everything got to be ready in 2 minutes.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
I remember the days when it took quarterbacks a couple years to get out there on the field and really warm up to this game and be productive. So, yeah, it happens. There's exceptions, but there's also non-exceptions.
Right.
I'm saying
I
there's
mean,
also play. Aaron Rodgers didn't come right in. A lot of players didn't come right in. And do it. They didn't-
Jalen Hurts. Last year was Jalen Hurts' third year, wasn't it?
I don't know, to be honest, but they threw him in the fire. I mean, but it
Yeah.
took a couple
Well,
years.
and same thing with Trevor Lawrence. This is going to be his third year. They're expecting big things out of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
First
absolutely.
year was tough, but that's mainly because of the coaching system.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it takes that. The coaches got to even when it's not a change in coaching, if it's just a learning who you are.
Right.
We've got to understand your strengths and your weaknesses, and
Right.
we've got to help. We got to find a way to minimize to hide your weaknesses and maximize your strengths. You know what I'm saying? We want to if you don't throw in Jared Goff's case, you don't throw the long ball well, but you deadly in short range and mid range. Well, we got to find ways to do more of that and less
Yep.
of the long ball because that's your weakness. But if we can, when he gets in the red zone, that motherfucker's money, man. That's one
Yeah.
thing I realized about Jared Goff versus Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford was not very effective in the red zone.
No.
He's more effective with the long. He's got the long ball. That's his strength. But
Yeah.
once you shrink the field on him, he's not his accuracy is, he doesn't make great decisions and he's not all that accurate. Whereas when you got in the red zone, the Lions were scoring touchdowns as opposed to kicking field goals. Jared Goff, because Jared Goff was effective down there. So
Yeah.
that to me is the difference, and that's what a lot of people just get enamored with the long ball, and some people just I ain't gonna talk about Jab. Jab just not gonna like it because they picked the offensive lineman when I said they should, and not a quarterback.
Well, they needed to.
But that's the difference in not for life. He believed you start with the quarterback and go from there.
And shit. And then they did pick up a quarterback, a hell of a good quarterback.
He's not gonna believe in Jared Goff for the rest of his life. If Jared Goff wins the Super Bowl,
Hendon Hooker.
well, yeah, now they did. But that's what I told. That's what I said. You get a quarterback later.
Right.
You go with the quarterback later. And now he wants to take credit for Hendon Hooker. Oh, I told him to have the black quarterback. Nah, whatever, man. But I'm talking about when they first started the rebuild. They started with Penei Sewell. That was the first pick of the rebuild. Unlike the last time they did the rebuild, their first pick was Matt Stafford. That was when our debate started, and I said Matt Stafford was a mistake. They should have started within the trenches.
Didn't they make Matt Stafford the number one pick?
Yeah, it was number one overall pick. They were 0-16 the previous season.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were 0-16, and they started off with Matt Stafford. That was the beginning of that was the beginning of a rebuild. A rebuild that got them one playoff appearance and no playoff wins.
Yep.
Oh, that was a hell of a rebuild. Now, I need a prediction from you guys. A way too early prediction on who do you think will be the offensive rookie of the year?
Roshan Johnson.
Jameer Gibbs.
I'm gonna be the oddball here that doesn't pick someone from my favorite team.
That's not my favorite team. I was
um,
debating between Bijan Robinson and Jameer Gibbs, but I think the Lions are going to have more success than Atlanta, and that's going to be reason why he gets the nod if it comes down to them.
I,
If they both live up to the hype, I'm rooting for one of those running backs that everybody been criticized to be the one. But anyway, go ahead. What was your pick there?
everybody's picking outside of ourselves, obviously. Everybody's automatically going straight to Bijan Robinson with Atlanta. That's not my direction. I personally think Jackson Smith and Jigba is going to end up outshining the rest of the wide receiver core in Seattle.
I actually, and he was actually my second choice, my third choice, I should say. I really
Didn't
think Quentin Johnston is going to be best receiver.
Didn't he go to Seattle?
Yep, he's going to outshine everyone in Seattle.
I don't think
Uh,
so.
I
I think
telling
it's
you,
Quentin Johnston. I think he's going to outshine the other receivers in Washington in Seattle.
yeah.
I do. Yeah, I do. I think he's going to outshine Lockett and Metcalf.
Look, Quentin is going to be a problem this year.
Quentin is going to be a
He's
problem.
totally a problem.
I
Look,
think he's going to be the best receiver in the rookie.
Justin Herbert finally has something he hasn't had the 2 years he's been with
Oh,
the Chargers, and that's a
I think
receiver.
I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be the best receiver in at the draft. Personally, I tell you who else I think is gonna be a good pick, but he won't. Is that's Jordan Addison? I think Jordan Addison is gonna have a big season.
Oh yeah,
Uh, so there's some good rookies out there.
yeah.
There's some good rookies out there. I'm curious though, who's gonna be that one that we didn't see coming?
I see him coming, but no one else sees him coming, and that's Tank Bigsby, running back for the Jaguars.
That's a good one. Bixby is a good one. That's a damn good one.
Hmm. Tyler Scott, Cincinnati wide receiver that the Bears picked up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think he's going to overtake Claypool and be in the slot.
Okay. All right. All right. That's good. That could be one because nobody see that one coming.
yeah, he's an unknown, so that's
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody sees that one coming. That could be a good candidate. Yeah. I honestly I don't have one because I don't see him coming. So yeah, there's no joke. Old friend of mine. Big up to my man Donnie Eason. I don't know why I thought of this. Donnie Eason used to have this joke. His favorite joke. It was the dumbest joke ever. He said, "What did Tarzan say when he saw the elephants coming over the hill? Ooh, look at the elephants coming. Look, there's some elephants coming over the hill." What did Tarzan say when he saw the elephants coming over the hill with sunglasses on?
huh.
Nothing. He didn't recognize them. That was Donnie Eason classic.
I got one
Oh,
more
no.
surprise.
My
for-
bad. My bad. I feel like I popped the gummy, but I didn't. I swear I didn't.
I got a surprise rookie for you guys he's from the Vikings, but with the way our offensive system's looking, I think he may outshine Alexander Madison. And that's our rookie, Dwayne McBride, who has that pass catching experience that could be more of a threat with our current system.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Fair.
Now, we move on to our fantasy fight.
Thank you. I've been waiting for this all day.
I've been making you wait. All
And
right.
just so you know, folks, from now on, from here forward, the showdown starts with fantasy because this is what we're all about. It's
Yeah.
fantasy football. Wade's playing games with me today because we want to make sure that those fantasy football fans that we know are watching get what they came for. We
Yes.
want to make
Yep.
sure we make sure that. So if they may not stick around all the way until this point of the show. So that's why I like to hit it right off the bat, so that I make sure that if you watch, you see it. All you
Right.
got to do is cut it on, and we gonna hit you right in the face as soon as you cut it on. So, just so you know, folks, you won't have to wait this long for the fantasy portion of the show in the future. But we do have some big fantasy news coming up. A lot of leagues, a lot of cool stuff. What's the first one you bringing up?
Let's talk about the Clash.
The Clash is the biggest of them all. That is the biggest um, gang fight, like I like to call them, of them all. Is the EFG Collective versus EFG the Collective versus SWG. The biggest two groups, the most powerful two groups in the SWFFG world, which is where it started. BSB is a spinoff. BSB Fantasy Football Group and SWFFG Fantasy Football Group on Facebook. Join them both. You'll enjoy them both. But the SWFFG is the original and BSB is a spinoff, right? So there's potentially another spinoff coming. Keep your eyes open. Um, but that is the two superpowers is SWG and EFG. And I'm saying it even though once you get in the group, nobody admits that. But that's the two superpowers in the group. And last year we didn't face off. They dodged this last year. So this year it's back on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a heated rivalry, man. There's a lot of rivals in there, man. Jeesh. It's gonna be hot.
I'm excited.
I think it's gotta be hot.
It's gonna be fun because I already know. I know two people I'm going for. One's all pure fun, but the other one I just don't want you to have no success whatsoever. So I'm going to make it my goal to make sure that doesn't happen.
Hmm. Who? Don't say two people. Don't make them guess.
Yeah, yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Call them
Throw
out.
names. Throw
Call
The
them
names.
out.
the one I got all the respect for is Johnny the Mechanic. I ain't going front. I can't wait. Him and I, when we matched up last year, my rookie year over here in the group, uh, man, we basically went 50-50 with all of our leagues combined. So it was just even match out, and I had a good time with him and his son Chris. But Michael, boy, you opened your mouth up too much. Now I'm making sure you don't walk away with any money at all.
Damn. Damn. The vitriol. The disrespect. Big Ed,
What's up? I'm not in the Clash, so
not in the class, so never mind. Me, I'm going after one, and that is the ring. I'm just going after the ring. I'm going after the chip. That's it. I want to win it. I don't care who I face. I don't like none of y'all.
Mhm.
I don't want nothing. I ain't singling out nobody. I just want to walk away with the chip. That's all. Anything less, unsanitary.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's dirty.
Now,
So I want the chip of that. I want the chip. I want the chip. That's what I want. I want the clash. I want that chip. But it's gonna be fun. It is gonna be a lot of fun. It's a big group. They talk a lot of smack.
mm-hmm.
You can't let them throw you off your game. Uh, I laugh. I have fun. I want to say this message to Johnny the Mechanic real quick. Just me to you. I know you listen. I know you pay attention. You watch what I do. You listen to what I say. And you try to come out with a deductive reasoning to say, I know what you're going to do. If you were really, really paying attention, you do the opposite. Because if you notice, every time I've had a chance to pick the two players you think I'm targeting, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
I won't. But I don't target players. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna just tell it like it is, Johnny. This is it. I don't. I'm. You can't figure. I'm unfigure outable because I don't target players. I base my ranking system on that particular league. Whatever the scoring system is for that particular league is going to depict who I target. Period. Point blank. One league, my top pick might be Eric Hipple. The next league, my top pick might be Emmett Smith. It might be Jerry Rice. It might be a tight end. It might you just don't know it unless you're really paying unless you see the scoring system the way I see the scoring system. You'll never be able to figure out who I'm targeting. Period. I don't target players. I don't fall in love with players.
Right. Shit,
I'm a
I learned
49er
not to.
fan and I ain't got Debo yet. I don't fall in love with players. I don't fall in love with my own team when it comes to fantasy. The only team I fall in love with in fantasy is mine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right? It's a big difference. So yeah, I'm not gonna be easy to figure out, Johnny the Mechanic, because I play chess too. I know you're playing chess on niggas. I get you. I watch you. I see you doing it. I see when you win.
Uh-huh.
I see it. And I laugh and I say, damn, he got him. But I play too. And I'm playing you. Because you can't beat me. You can't beat me. I own you. I own you.
Now,
Happy birthday.
I got up next here a budding. I want to say a budding rivalry, a rivalry that
No,
started
save that one
three
to the
months.
next one. Save that one.
Okay, well then
Save that
go
one.
on to the budding rivalry of World War up against Death Row.
Ah, now you're talking. Now I knew you were about to go. I want you to save that one.
Okay,
Save the one that you was about to say because it's not quite etched in stone yet. So we gotta send a message on that one.
I,
That is an announcement. But yes, Death Row put out. Death Row decided to challenge the Nasty Boys.
mm-hmm.
I was keeping the Nasty Boys under wrap, and So I was like the collective against Death Row, and Death Row said, "No, we want the Nasty Boys."
Well, they finna
And
get it.
I said, "Oh, then saddle up then, because you know what I did. I'm gonna give y'all a fair warning, and this is for all you out there in the SWFFG world and BSB. Listen close, but I'm gonna say it again for you a little later. But for everybody in the SWFFG world, understand that it's Death Row especially. Last year was the idea of the Nasty Boys. That's what you saw. That's what we put on display. The idea of the Nasty Boys. But the crew that I had in mind to bring with me didn't come with me. So I had to find piecemeal some cats that really wasn't supposed to be down in to fill in some spots that were empty, left empty by the guys that I failed to recruit. That's not the case this year. The Nasty Boys that came rolling with me this time. And these boys are ready. And they are hungry. They ready to roll. The real Nasty. You are not playing the idea of the Nasty Boys this year. You getting the real Nasty Boys. So don't be surprised when you see some names you don't recognize, because we gonna put it in your face and we gonna rock this place. I'm telling you, the Nasty Boys are for real right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to deal with it. You don't know what you up against. You don't understand. You don't get it. These ain't the Nasty Boys you saw last year. They ain't them. This ain't them.
Mm. Last year was nothing more than a motivational two for the three of us here, and the rest that's coming along. That's part of these Nasty Boys. Trust and believe, man. You about to get it.
I don't understand. I'm bringing the crew that I tried to get last year. I wanted to bring last year, and I couldn't get them in time, but I got them now. They rolling with me now. The real Nasty Boys are here, baby. This is the crew.
We
We
ready.
here today. Y'all better watch out. The collective is strong. These nasty boys. Shit. I put this crew up against anybody. I put this crew up against anybody right now. Yeah, we still got Big Ed. I get that, but other than that,
Hey, every rookie has his problem. Every rookie has his problems. Last year was my first year in fantasy football, really. So, ain't no sophomore slump.
okay. I'm just saying. I got the crew that's gonna cover up his flaws if he's really flawed or if it was a fluke. We good now. We good now. I got a crew for y'all ass. Y'all know this is the retooled fellas. This is the retooled nasty boys. Get prepared. Brace yourself. Cause this ain't what you used to.
Putting boots to asses.
This ain't what you used to, baby. I'm excited, man. I'm so
Right.
pumped. I'm ready. Y'all have no idea. I'm ready. I'm bringing some dogs with me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this year with the Nasty Boys, man, I'm telling y'all right now, I ain't even gonna blow smoke, none of that shit. We focused, and I mean focused. I know Big Ed and we've been doing our homework like it ain't no damn joke.
Shit, I've been doing my drafts.
Look, just get
I got
ready.
at least 15 mock drafts under my belt right now.
Now,
ready. We ready.
I don't know how to put this, OG.
Y'all.
Is this a new rivalry within a rivalry, or is it a generational rivalry with the leaders of the new school?
So, it's a little bit of both. Leaders of the new school got the name Leaders of the New School for a reason. It's because while SWFFG and this whole thing kind of started with me against Jab, and we are still the oldest and most vitriol rival in the crew. The new rivalry is between Jab's son and my son. And we are both passing the torch to my son's crew, Steppers Only, and his son's crew, the Midwest Monsters.
Hmm.
And basically, we're passing the torch. And the leaders of the new school is just that. They are the leaders of the new school, those two. And we're going to see what crews they bring along to keep this thing rolling, to keep this party going, to keep this train rolling. And this is a battle to see who's on top of the leaders, who's the real leader of the new school. Will it be the Steppers or will it be the Midwest Monsters? I'm going to put my money on the Steppers Only right now.
Oh yeah.
Because the big SO got sold, baby. The big SO got sold, baby. That's all I'm saying. We ready for y'all. We ready. So I hadn't planned on getting in it, but I don't think Jab felt like Chris would do it unless he was in it. So he got in. So since he's in, I'm in. And but we are on the sideline. We are in the game, but we ain't. Neither one of us are talking. We letting them do the talking. We letting them lead the way. It's their squads. It's their league. And hey, that's that.
I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
I love it. I think it's pretty awesome to watch those two start to build the rivalry that the fathers have and keep that going. I think it's a beautiful thing. And as it stays true to tradition, Dejan's gonna own Chris. He's gonna own him. He is going to own him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm happy to be along for the ride.
I'm enjoying this. I can't wait. I'm going to do everything I got to do to make sure the Stepper Only go ahead and get that dub for the season.
Dub, baby.
Hey, no joke.
Chip. Let's get that dub.
Now, before we get into a certain league, potential league, I should say. OG, you got anything to say about the Nasty Football League too?
Nasty Football League 2, I'm not going to go too far into it. So, Nasty Football League is the oldest league that the league never knew. So, the Nasty Football League is the reason the SFWG, SWSFG, SWFFG started. Okay, the Southwest Fantasy Football League started on the heels of as an extension of the original Nasty Football League, which is still active on NFL.com. And I used to do stories, and the stories were used to be a big thing. Everybody you used to come, you couldn't wait for Tuesday or Sunday and Tuesday to see what the story was that I wrote. And Jab wanted more interaction with the stories, and they started the Facebook group SWFFG, and it took off from there.
Mm.
Um, Over the years, other platforms came about. NFL.com was there. It was CBS Sports. That was pretty much limited to that. And other platforms started, and other platforms started getting popular and doing different things. And Sleeper has now become the consensus, I think, amongst most of us that Sleeper is the best app.
Yeah.
Sleeper has the best fantasy football platform. It's faster, it's funner, it's smarter. It gives you the option to chat right there, and it's just so much more to it. It's a lot more fun. So I wanted to move it over to Sleeper. Unfortunately, not enough people moved over to Sleeper along with me. So instead of replacing the Nasty Football League with the Sleeper League, I created a second league called the Nasty Football League 2, and the original Nasty Football League on NFL.com is still there as well.
Okay.
So some of the players came over from the original, and some didn't. So I think about half of the league is new players, and half of the league is from the original league.
All right. Bro, do you got anything you want to say about the Smoke Session League?
Man, 12-team league. It just got full today, so I randomized the draft order 3 times. So draft order is set, ready to draft on August 19th at noon, right? So, but it's all against all.
I'm gonna miss
Bring the
that.
smoke.
I'm gonna miss that draft. I gotta remember. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna be auto draft on that one
Okay.
because I'm going to see the point on the 19th, so I won't be around.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I ain't
Um,
got nothing to say about the Battle World yet. Gonna leave it at that. OG, we'll give the stage to you and the mic to you. It's time to let them big dogs eat.
Carlton. Carlton, I know you're watching. I would say I hope you're watching, but I know you're watching. So this for you, Carlton. I got bad news for you. Another one of your excuses to get out of this battle has failed to deter us. We want you again. We want some get back, and I know you're scared, and I know you're running, and you want to do the Johnny Mechanic shit and protect your little victory, but now you got to take this L, baby.
Yeah, we need
He
that back.
tried to, he tried to throw them first. He was like, I only got 6. I don't know. I gotta so I gotta cut 2 of my guys because you can only get 6. Come on, man, get 8. Get you 2 more. Muster it up. Then he go, okay. We want to play for money. He gotta be for money. Okay, let's play for money. Let's do it. We ready. What else? What's your next excuse? Now it's what's the payout structure? Well, I'm gonna have to get back to you on the payout structure. And all these excuses, man. If you scared, go to church, nigga. It's on. We ready. These big dogs over here is hungry. I got some big dogs that's starving. They ready. My big dogs need to eat, and they want some broads. They want to eat broads. They want they big dogs, so they need to eat them big broads. Broads that think they bullies. That's what we're looking for. So bring it on. Quit running. Quit making excuses. Just man up and take this ass whooping like the man that your girlfriend is. Come on with it.
Because we
Ready.
ready. We ready.
I told you the Nasty Boys is retooled. This ain't the idea of the Nasty Boys you faced last year. This is the real deal right here, baby. These the real dogs. I got them. I got them now.
And like I said before, I ain't a rookie no more. So
I got the
no
real
more rookie
dogs.
mistakes.
I ain't got the replacement players. You ever seen the movie The Replacements? This ain't Falco. This the real dogs, baby.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna put this right here for you, Carlton. Hey, this nasty boy hellhound came to eat. I ain't there to play. I came to eat.
Ready, baby. The Nasty Boys is ready this year. I'm hyped. I'm ready. We ready.
Ready,
Dog, baby, bring it on. Bet we won't be on one next year. Come on. Come on. Bring it. Bring it. Anybody else want to smoke? Come get it.
Mm-hmm.
Come get it. Nasty Boys, baby. You're gonna see what we really about now. Now you're gonna see what we really about.
Oh yeah. I can't wait.
Come on, Carlton. So the big dogs eat too. It has been proposed. The challenge by the Nasty Boys has been, for those that don't know, the Nasty Boys have put out the challenge against the broads of the bully streets. And those broads are acting like broads right now. They're making excuses
Ain't
after
they the ones?
excuses after excuses. And every excuse has been answered with a, okay, we'll acquiesce to do that. I don't want no kickers in the game. We'll take out the kicker. Come on. I don't want no defense in the game. We'll take out the defense. Bring it. All your excuses, we are answering all of them. We will play you on your home field. We'll take it to your backyard, your front yard. You can put it on. You want to play at your church? We there. It don't matter. We
Ain't
ready.
they the ones? Ain't they the ones that asked to put the money up?
Yeah. That was one of his excuses. He thought that was going to back us down. He thought that was going to make us say, never mind there. He keep coming up with all these different rules thinking we're going to say, all right, well, never mind. No, we ready. We here. Stop making excuses. Stop making changes and bring your ass. Ain't nobody from their group joined the league yet except him.
Oh wow.
If that don't speak volumes, I don't know what else can.
And all of us is already there.
He there. He ready. We in the house, baby. My big dog's ready to eat. These niggas hungry, baby.
Didn't we even have to cut a couple people down?
No, no. We were going to because he wanted to do 6.
Oh, okay.
And I got 8 dogs, and they all hungry.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I said, no, you got to find 2 more. I ain't cutting 2. That's one thing I'm not acquiescing to. I'm not cutting 2. I'm coming with 8. And my 8 strong, and they hungry. And I don't want to make nobody starve. I don't want nobody to sit back home because I can't cut my new dogs, and I don't want to cut the old ones because they the ones that they the ones want some get back.
Oh yeah.
I got some
gotta
that just want to eat, and I got some that want some get back. So they all
gotta get mine.
I ain't cutting nobody. Find somebody. I don't care if you find somebody on the street. Go get Johnny the mechanic. Ask him to run with you. I don't give a damn. You can get anybody.
Acorn might run with you too.
No, you won't. I'm in the league.
Oh.
He joined Smoke Session.
All right, man. Anyway, I said what I had to say. I just spoke my piece. I think I made my point.
I think that is a good way to go ahead and end the show.
All right, man. But we out of here like that. And all my fantasy football fans out there, stay tuned. The showdown gets better and better and better as the season progresses. And we do a lot of breaking down of what's happening, what's happened last week, what's coming next week, and what's going on as far as news that's important to the fantasies. And as you see, we're in a lot of leagues. We're in a very active group. And so we make sure that we keep you updated on all of that as well. All the smack talk. Some of it gets serious, it gets ugly, and all of it is beautiful. So it's all coming. And we ready. We ready for it. And I hope y'all ready for it too. This is the Showdown. I'm your boy OG Tim Wilson. On behalf of the Nasty Boys Big Ed and Ways, we want to say peace out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, the What Up Though Show Network. And if you like what you see, please, please like what you see. If you got something to say, put it in the comments. We love to hear from you.
Yeah, we
ain't
read them.
scared. We ain't scared. Big Ed read everything. Big Ed read anything that everybody. Big Ed gonna read all it. I'm not reading shit. I want you to say it, but I hear from him because he don't miss nothing. So on that note, man, we want to thank y'all, and we'll catch y'all next week. We out. Peace.